Waiters, Councilmember Patricia Waiters that is here. At this time, we're going to have prayer by Ms. Spann.
All right, it's always a pleasure. Put this down and let's let our hearts and minds get ready for prayer. Father, we thank you for your goodness, your mercy, your love, your patience, your kindness. We thank you, Father, for this opportunity to stand before your people. These are your people, Father, here in Fairmount Heights. That you would bless this day, Father. Let it be all about what you would have us to do and accomplish. Let the outcome be exactly as you have planned for it to be, Father. Let us do what your word said and go ye therefore, even into the community, Father. And let others know about such a wonderful community as this, Father, that they too will want to be involved in what's going on in their community. So as we stand here today, Father, I would pray that you would allow us, Father, to allow your love to shine through us so that each heart that's here today will radiate in such a way that they too will go and say to their neighbor, let's join hands and hands together and let's make this the most amazing community that it is, understanding that we are coming out of February that was Black History Month, and this is a town that is rich in such history. So let us all join in unity today to love you, to thank you, to praise you for just who you are. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen.
All right, at this time, we're going to have unity by Miss Corinne.
Y'all try.
My name is Corinne Moore. I'm 16 years old and I go to Phelps ACU High School.
Phelps.
Some things that I do in my community are, join in youth held events. I was the deputy youth mayor in my 9th grade year of school. I had to run for the position to, learn more about, politics and what they do in the government. I also got a lot of opportunities with that. I was in the Congressional Black Caucus helping out. I did a lot of feeding the homeless. We did toy drives, a lot of stuff like that. Because I was in 8th grade, I wasn't able to roll over my community service hours, but it was a great opportunity to learn about my community. So some may not know what community stands for, so I'm going to read it. It means creating an environment in which everybody feels welcome. So that's what I stand for everyone today, creating unity and making sure that everyone knows, what unity is in our communities today. A lot of people don't know, and a lot of people are not in communities they really want to be in. Some people don't really talk to their neighbors, some people don't want to get involved in communities sometimes, and that has to change, today. So today I'm just going to say, let's stay focused, let's try to join hands with our neighbors, join hands with people in our community so that we can stand up for things that we see that are wrong in our community that we can fix. As African Americans, we don't see, the greatest things in our communities, and they always put us in communities whereas we are not able to thrive or we're not able to be ourselves, We always have to think about who is looking at us, who is watching us, what do we have to wear, what do we have to do when we go out into our communities, who's going to be judging us at the end of the day. And sometimes that does have to stop. Our minds do get to us. So I do believe that we should definitely start thinking more of each other as a unity instead of thinking of just ourselves. One thing that I would say is trying to help our community get better. Let's not just wait on, government assistance or, waiting on, the white man to come in our community and help us make it better or help us build it up. Start with ourselves. Especially, you seeing homeless people on the street, helping them have food, helping their days be better. Even if it's just something small, with me, I do believe that we should definitely have more, vegetables growing in our community. We can help just by doing small things, even if it could be a soup kitchen, growing vegetables for a soup kitchen so that we can cook for the homeless, Also, even if it's just planting more flowers, cleaning up the trash, just trying to make ourselves known in our community or trying to make ourselves, surrounded in our community instead of just waiting for somebody else or waiting to put in a petition as to get someone else to help us plant our own, garden. But I I do believe that just standing with each other and just knowing each other, loving on each other, that can definitely make a difference. Just seeing the news and seeing what's going on in, with Ukraine and Russia and all that stuff. Just knowing that even though we don't really know other people outside our community, we're all a big community together, and just knowing that we can definitely help one another. Sometimes we don't think because it's one person's problem we shouldn't get involved in it, and sometimes that our mindsets do have to change. If we don't get involved in it, if we don't help one solution, how are we going to help the many solutions, and that's one thing I have to learn, even with school, If I don't know how to do one thing in school, how would I learn how to do it in the real world? So staying focused in school, or teaching, our youth to definitely speak up for themselves, speak up around things that they see are wrong. If we don't learn how to speak up now, how are we going to be able to speak up when something is really wrong or something is really detrimental to our being, So just me being a youth and learning that, this is a different world, and trying to figure out how can we go about it day in and day out, because it's very different. Back then you could leave your doors unlocked. Now you have to lock it, extra lock it, check it like 3 times at night just to make sure no one's trying to harm you. And just knowing that you know your neighbors and knowing who you're around, that's just, 10 times better. So you know that they're not going to try to harm you. And just knowing, like, seeing people around your neighborhood, because my neighborhood, I'm honestly speaking, like, I didn't want to be there, Sometimes God puts you in predicaments where you're going to have to learn from it, you're going to have to grow from it, so that when you get better, that you know that this is not where I want to be anymore. So sometimes that's what I have to learn, and just knowing I want to make my community better so that nobody else has to think about this, and nobody else has to go through this and say, oh, I don't want to be here, or I don't want to live in this predicament, or I'm scared, I don't want to be right here, So just knowing that I can try and make something better is great, and all of us can try to make something better, Just, like I said, planting flowers, or trying to get the youth not so much fighting each other, trying to talk to them, reading more books, stuff like that. Like trying to get back to more so old ways, but trying it in a new inventive way so that the youth are more ready and more excited to be into it, It's not so much always all about the youth, but let's try to think more and focus more on the youth. Like I said, leadership positions are very, very great. Like, you can be in so many opportunities, so many rooms that you can stand in and walk in and learn from. Even if you're not the one on the stage, just learning from somebody ahead of you, or just learning to be able to respect your elders and all that stuff is like a really great way to, teach the young ones how to better their communities. Not so much as thinking, oh, well, I'm never gonna make it anywhere, thinking like, oh, I'm only gonna have to work at certain positions that are in my community, but thinking, better, whereas I could be a council member, or I could be even the mayor, and trying to help my community be even better than what I've seen growing up. So hopefully that was great.
Yes, it was. Yes.
I just wanted to know, how can we help you bring in other young people like yourself and get them involved?
I just want to say, and I forgot to say this because I was speaking so fast. For me, sometimes I feel as though, like, school, we aren't taught the proper things in school. How are we going to be when we grow up? What are taxes? How are we going to learn how to, make money, stuff like that, instead of thinking, oh my gosh, this is what I need money. But knowing that we need money as a tool, not just the money itself. So maybe, like, if we could have, like, tutoring nights, or, just, like, my school now, they're letting us do yoga because of Black History Month. So we do yoga, we do art expression, just letting them get out or express themselves more, so like tutoring nights at like a local recreation center.
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Or like I said, yoga or meditating, because most of the time in schools now, they'll just give a child detention. Like, who gives in-school suspension to 12-year-olds or 11-year-olds? Of course they're disruptive, but try a more better way to get them to calm down versus showing them, oh, you're bad and you need to do this and you need to think about your actions, and that's not really teaching them anything. So definitely trying to stay more focused into them, or just like I said, recreation centers, places where they can feel safe within themselves, and not saying parents are bad. I give my props to my mom, but just saying, like, let them become themselves instead of just standing in front of their parent all the time. Let them cultivate themselves, let them learn different things instead of what they know. teaching them how to, cook small things like, oh, this is how you make a dessert. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. Just, teaching them small
Feeding
things.
them knowledge.
Right, feeding them
So
knowledge.
you have two council people that are here. They developed a class to teach Bitcoin.
And that's
So
amazing.
they
It's
teach
something new.
Bitcoin. You
Right.
take it to Fairmount
Right.
Heights High School with a flyer that teaching Bitcoins on Thursday night. You think they would come?
I think so. The only thing I would say is, how kids are today, they want something in return. So maybe like community service hours for coming to the class, stuff like that. So just to, get them more into the door. Sometimes children don't want to come out of their shell most of the time. So I feel like not so much being pushy, but like when you find something that a child really loves, try to go after that. Try to make it so that they're having a great way of, building around that. You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I attend Phelps AC High School. So yeah. Oh, that's in DC. Actually, my mom and my grandmother came from around here, so that's how I kind of know this area. So.
Okay.
What does AC mean? AC, what does
So
that
it
mean?
stands for architect, construction, and engineering. So they teach us a trade. You can go to college, but you can also learn, a trade and go to like a secondary school instead of just going to college. Because that's what all schools try to push, and that's a good thing. But some people are not so much into books, but learning with your hands. So.
All right, thank you.
Loving you, teaching them this stuff. Melody Atkinson. So her mother's name is Cynthia Atkinson. That's my grandmother. Yeah, Ferguson. That's also not. My mother is Melody Atkinson. Cynthia is Atkinson. Cynthia Atkinson too.
Excuse me, everyone. No, you okay? This is a program,
I just want to I want to get her to come in.
and we live.
I'm building trucks. Well, that's good. Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. All right, now we're going to have at this time community awareness. At this time, we're going to have the Vice President, Ms. Joyce White.
All right.
Vice President of the Citizens Association, but I'm a citizen first of the town of Fairmount Heights. I would like to talk about the speed bumps, the big stone flower pots, and trash cans in our community. When are we going to get them? I've talked to citizens in the past. So many children have been hurt, probably killed because of these speed bumps. People are coming from DC into our communities speeding, police speeding behind them. We need that to stop. We are pushing for these speed bumps, pushing for these flower pots, at least blocking us off from DC. So that's basically all I had to say. And the trash cans, we need them in our community. We need them, if not on every street, on every other street. So that's what I had to say.
All right, thank you, Ms. Joyce. At this time, we're going to have the Blight Committee, Ms. Sylvia Sofax.
All right. Off with the head.
Off with the head.
Off with the head.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sylvia Sofax. I grew up here in the town, and I live on 60th Place.
That's not
With
loud.
need that.
Talk to the,
Oh, good. That's
work?
loud. I think it works.
push this button and talk. Come up high. You're trying to stop that.
Just hold it closer to you.
Okay. Can you hear me better now? Better now?
No.
Better now? Better now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I live on 60th Place, and
For about a year, the Citizens Association, several members went throughout the town, and we talked to over 300 people about just how they felt about the community and areas that need improvement. And one of the top areas is blight and code enforcement. Just there's just a lot, too many places in Fairmount Heights that really look like they belong in the third world. They just don't even look like they belong in Prince George's County. And what we want to do in the future is to get a group together and also work with the town government to find out why code enforcement is not working right now. It's just not working. And it hasn't been working for years. So we're going to find out and talk to other municipalities. And we have some excess money now, the pandemic funding. And last year we had a $200,000 surplus. So there's plenty of funds now to get the right legal resources, collection resources that that are going to be necessary to make the town look better. So anybody here that would like to work on that or would just like to point out to us areas that they would like to see look a lot better, just let me know. And please help us make the town look better. Thank you.
All right. At this time, we're going to have safety and economic development, the president of the Citizens Association.
Yay.
Hey, Marty!
Good evening, everyone. I hope this thing is it loud enough?
Yeah.
All right, first of all, I just want to say thank you all for showing up today, everybody. We know that a lot of folks are tired of coming out to contribute and help in the town and, you know, just be a part of movements that's going on. People, they get involved and they see when things ain't going right, then, you know, they kind of, you know, get tired of it. So you get, you know, to the point where it deters you for getting involved because of, you know, dysfunctionality or things that might be going in a way where as though it is not positive. But we're here to tell y'all today that this is a different group. This is a different group right here. This is a different time, a different era. This is 2022. And we have communities all around us that's excelling. They are moving forward. They are changing their towns. They are changing the way the towns look and operate. And we're one of those towns that are in need of, dire need of. Ms. Spann said in her prayer earlier, this is a Black historical town. There's no way in the world that you have towns that's out here that's been formulated by other people, and their towns just are beautiful. They're organized, they are functioning properly, they're doing things, and this is a Black historic town that's stagnated. And we're tired of it. So this Citizens Association right here, I don't know about the other ones, but this one right here, we all live here. Like Ms. Joyce said, we are citizens. We are taxpayers here. And we see something here that's precious. What is precious is that this place was founded upon by African Americans to come and live a good life outside of what was going on in the county back then at that time. So we know that we live here, our families are here, and we are invested here. When you pay your taxes, when you pay that mortgage every month, when it come out your account, guess what? You want your money's worth. So if you want your money's worth, then guess what? That means that you want to have the resources. Resources mean police department. And our police department has been inactive for almost 3 years. 3 years not having an active police department. That don't make sense for a taxpayer to be paying that kind of money. You're talking almost $1 million a year in taxes, and you have no police department. And I want to go ahead and say this real quick before I forget. Lieutenant Ivy has been the only officer working in our town in the last 3 years by himself. Now, I don't know about anybody else and how they feel about, you know, the police department. But I say this: when you got one person working in the police department, you know that say a whole lot about that one person and what's going on as far as management and putting a police department in place. And that's what the Citizens Association has been addressing for the last 2 years about why we haven't had an active police department. We're paying our taxes and we don't have it, and that's a shame. The other thing is, we're tired of seeing our town looking the way where as though code enforcement. Now we got one code enforcer. That's not our fault. That's not our fault that we have one code enforcement that works in the town. You got people that's having cars, bandit cars, all kind of commercial vehicles on the street, people building without permits, you name it, is going on. It should not be going on in our town in 2022. It's had to change. It really has to change. Other places don't operate this way. We are losing funding, we're losing money because of the way that our town is being operated. Now, do we have some good things that's going on in our town? Of course we do. But it could be a whole lot better. A whole lot better. And we've been dealing with this way too long. The people that's in charge right now, they're not getting along. So man's they're not getting along, we're not getting the things that we should be getting. And that's what we're going to stop. We're going to stop this separation. The young lady was talking about unity. Unity in the community. This is a Black historic community, so guess what? It should be unity. And it's not. So if it's not unity here, then guess what? We're going to put it here.
That's right.
We're going to put it here.
That's right,
Because we live it. And nobody else ain't going to do it. We done went out there and talked to the senators. We done talked to county council members, delegates, you name it. That's what they all said. That's y'all town. That's y'all town. Y'all pay y'all taxes there. Y'all put the people that y'all want to put in there that make that difference. So guess what? We ain't gonna cry about it no more. We ain't gonna keep on complaining about it neither. We gonna do it. We might not have a whole lot of people out here, right? You might not have people lining up all down the street. But guess what though? This enough. This enough right here to get the word going, to get people involved, to get people to start showing up and say, dang, if that small group of people right there could change this government right here, then anybody can do it.
That's right.
And that's what all it takes. It only take a few people though. It don't take a whole lot of people. And if you get more people to come involved, then that's good too. But guess what though? You got a group that's right here right now willing to fight, willing to go ahead and put in the work, and go ahead and say, you know what, enough is enough. Now, with all this right here that's going on, we got one more thing on the tail end of this, and that's our neighborhood that's changing economically. We got a lot of builders that's desiring to come into our community. We got a lot of folks, if y'all haven't been seeing, that's getting a lot of the houses remodeled and built and things like that. Well, if you don't know anything about development means money.
That's right.
That's what it means. It means money. So that means that we're sitting in a community where there's about to be a brand new house over here. On 60th place, about to be 6 brand new houses over there. On 61st Avenue, they got a brand new house going up over there. We got houses getting built up all around our town. So guess what that means? More tax money coming in here. So we're going to have all this tax money going on. We're going to have all this development going on that we need to start showing where the money is going. You know what I mean? And that also means that we need to go ahead and make sure that we're at the table when these things are going on in our community as far as major development. Because when these major developers come in here and they see people in here that don't have no unity, when they see people in here that can't stick together, when they see people in here that they can run over, then guess what? You're going to wake up and see stuff next door to you or across the street from you or right down the street from you. You're going to say, how did that happen? Guess what? They ain't respecting you.
That's right, Mom.
They ain't respecting you because guess what? Ain't no unity. And they see it. Divide and conquer. That's what it's called. Divide and conquer. And they've been doing it to us for a long time. And this is the time right here that we're going to go ahead and say, you know what, the line is drawn. And we're going to go ahead and put up what we've been doing the whole time is our money, but also backing up our money with our actions. Economic development, got so much stuff going on that y'all don't even know about. I mean, big projects that's coming down the road. They are targeting our community right now because they say that we're on the borderline of DC, and it's the last place that they can build for a cheap price. So that's what that means. They come.
They here.
They come. Matter of fact, they here.
They here.
They here.
She said they here.
You just ain't seen them yet, but they here. They here already. But guess what though? If we don't stick together, then guess what? They gonna run over. And we ain't gonna have no say about nothing. You be sitting up there, you got a house that you got that's worth $400,000. And then you be sitting up there wondering why you ain't got the stuff that's going on around you as far as a police department, code enforcement, a government that's working in order, but you got all these other people that's feeding off of the dysfunctionality, making all their money, but we ain't getting nothing out of it. Taking it all out. It's gotta stop, y'all. Gotta stop. So I just want to say thank y'all for coming out. Like I said, we have folks that's here, that's supposed to be here. You know, I always look at that, you know, you want to have a whole group of people at a birthday party, or you want to have a whole lot of people at the event. I was always taught that who was there was supposed to be there. God do everything for a reason. He do everything for a reason. And guess what? The people that ain't here, when they hear about it, they gonna say, dang, I wish I would have showed up there. I didn't know they was, you know, having gifts they was giving away, and I didn't know they was talking about this and talking about that, but you should have came. That's how it go. You know, that's why church folks always go to events. They don't want to miss nothing. Simple as that. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead. I want to thank y'all again. Okay. I thought I covered it though, but we do have a recall. Hello. Okay. So I thought I said a little bit about the recall, but as though I didn't, and Ms. Sidefast want to make sure I put it out there. And she waving, come on, you better make sure you say something. So the recall is in place right now to be for March the 21st. And this recall election is very important to our community. We had at one point in time 4 people that we were trying to remove, and by the grace of God, it's only 3 now, because one said, you know what, I'm just tired. I got to go. I can't deal with this no more. These people right here, they ain't playing. And look, they want us out of here anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw my flag up. And that's what happened. So right now, we have 3 people out of the 4 that's being recalled. And we just need folks to come out. We need folks to come out to really show this support. We had a petition that was put out in the community almost a year ago. And that petition, oh my God, the Citizen Association, we all walked it, we all petitioned it, we all, you know, knocked on doors during COVID, cold days, hot days, we did it to get our numbers. And we had almost 250 people that signed that petition. And these people, when you talk to them, when you knock on their doors, guess what? They want change. They want change. They was tired of all the stuff that was going on for the last 20 and 25 years. Some people were saying, hey, you knocking on my door, you running for office. So I said, no ma'am, no sir. I'm just a citizen just like you that just want change. I'm paying my tax dollars, I want better. And when you talk to them about things like that, I tell you, you be there talking for 15, 20, some people 30 minutes. I couldn't even get down the street because I talked to one person for so long it got dark on. Because they wanted change. These people will hold you up because they wanted to vent about the issues that was going on in the town that they were tired of. And that's what we have to do. We got to get out here, engage with these people, get them involved so we can get our community growing and thriving. And this recall election is only the beginning. After this recall election, then we have an actual election that's coming up in May, where people are going to be, you know, going for office again, new council members. And eventually, next year, another election. We got a mayor election coming next year with 2 more council members. We need people that's going to come out here to put the right people in position that's going to go ahead and do the right thing by the people. And we need that like now. Because if not, then guess what? We're going to want the county to come in here, to go ahead and take our town over, and then you're going to have no say at all. You'll go ahead and put them in, let them come in here, take all your tax money. The police department from Prince George's County right now is understaffed. We talk to officers all the time about the amount of officers that's on duty. They say Prince George's County from here, Eastern Avenue, Kenilworth Avenue, all the way to Suitland Road, it's only 3 officers on duty. Prince George's County. So when you talking about you want the county in here, you better be cautious of what are you asking for. Municipalities was put in place for a reason. The reason why it was put in place because the people who live there have more say than the people that's in charge. You know what I mean? You pay the county, you pay the council, you pay the mayor. So guess what? They work for you. That's how that works. That's how that works. That's how that works. So I'm begging y'all, Miss Downing, I'm gonna put you out there because me and her talk all the time. She said, Monte, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I'm just tired. It's been going on so long. I said, Miss Downing, guess what? It's a different group.
Yep.
I don't know what group that came on in the past, but it's a different regime right here. And we ain't playing. We ain't playing. Look, we'll write the state, we'll write the AG, we'll write the senator.
Yep.
We'll meet with them if we have to.
That's right.
But this ain't the same group.
That's right.
So I'm asking you to fight. Just go ahead and fight. Let's get this together. Let's get our money.
Yep.
Let's get our money, our property value.
That's
Let's,
right.
let's get what we supposed to be getting the whole time. I want to say thank y'all and God bless.
Amen. All right. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Oh, here's a good speaker.
No, we won't go over there now.
At this time, we're gonna open it up to the public to speak.
I have a
Anyone?
question.
Come on up here.
When Mr. B and I had that conversation, I think it was 2 years ago, and I told him, these citizens are tired of you. And at this point, a lot of them are ready to come under the county. We'll pay less taxes, and with a strong civic association like other non-municipality areas have, I think we'd do well. Mr. B said, Councilwoman Downing, give us a chance. It's a new group. We new people. We're going to do something different. And I say, I got you. Because it's your home and you love it. So I support what you're doing.
Showing up there.
My question is, the town of Fairmount Heights, because of our proximity, has become a lot of renters. How are you going to engage renters when they look around and they say, I don't care about Fairmount Heights. This is a stepping stone for me until I get to something better. How are we going to engage them and let them know you can be the difference? You can be a council person as a renter, because a lot of them think that because they're renters, they can't do anything about anything. So are we doing anything to inform and enlighten?
You have to have some type of program and you invite them.
It's down. I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, we're focused on step 1, step 2, and step 3. And wherever that you fall in within those steps right there, we willing to help you. Now that question right there is for later on down the road after we get this government in order. My main focus, and this is my personal opinion, is making sure that we get more guys out here with Lieutenant Ivy to protect our neighborhood. That's my main focus. Okay. The second thing is, like Ms. Joyce said, we got speed bumps that we've been crying for the last 30 years. I said 30 years.
But those renters can help you get all of that done if you get them involved.
Yep.
So that's all I'm trying to get you the numbers, because what's happening in this town is you're having the same people run for office. You're having the same people that are voting.
Right.
But if you can get those new people in,
Right.
it will change your numbers. So I'm just wondering, I don't know.
Councilwoman, you want to elaborate on that?
I do. If we had,
You raise your hand.
I never want to attend an event as a council person.
Yeah.
That's okay.
As a citizen. You're a
You got
citizen.
information.
You're a citizen.
Renters, I think
renters have invested as well as homeowners here. They're here because they had to have a place to stay. If we had some programming here that would help them get out of a renter situation, but they still could live here, if we had something to offer them, instead of referring them as just being here for a minute, then they would get involved because they have, renters have buy-in too. You know, they live here, so
But they don't know it.
why? And that's the thing, because of the lack of community engagement, we're not talking to them.
Okay.
We're not engaging, we're just, they're renters, like they have no significance, but they live here. So what's coming out of this building, what's getting them from the community in this building? Why are they renters? Why do we have a homeowners association, a homeowners program for them so that they can go from being a renter to a homeowner? Things like that.
All right. I just thought that if you guys were to send out a
Ms.
paper,
Afak?
letting them know that they can vote.
Voting is different.
So hold on one second, y'all, real quick. Before we get any further, we want to go ahead and finish our actual program, and then we can go ahead and ask questions and stuff because Ms. Barnhart is right here filming us live, and we don't have no tripod for her hand, and I don't need her hand to be too strong, ladies on shit beat me up.
Okay, real quick, when we go out as a citizens association and knock on doors, we don't ask whether they own the house or rent. And I really don't think that's a real issue because we've had people serve on the council that rent, and we just knock on every door, and the people that are interested, and we found a lot of good people, and that's why we know we're gonna have a real change if this recall works. But and the other thing in terms of renters, it's a different set of renters now, because the average renter in the town is $2,500 a month. It's above Section 8. And we also found out that we have to hold the owner of the property accountable. If like in DC, I have property in DC. If they don't do right with the trash, I get the citation as the owner. They send it to my house in Fairmount Heights. So we're just going to do things better. We're going to operate better.
Thank you, Ms. Afak. Okay. All right. So right now we're gonna let the older Brandon come back up and finish up our program so we can go ahead and conclude and get on to the good stuff. All right.
All
Oh,
right.
no, we ain't open up. So the public already just spoke. Anybody want anything to say? Because the purpose of having the public speak was to hear, what you like about the town and what you would like to see into the town if you're a citizen. Anybody that want to speak, we allow people to speak for at least a minute or two. Anybody that want to speak on the behalf of the town or what you like and what you would like to see in the town, come forward. Come on.
Hi everyone.
All right.
I'm Montez Barnhart's sister. I grew up in the neighborhood. I've been in the neighborhood since I was probably about 5 years old. Moved at I was 16. Then came back to the neighborhood as an adult and stayed for like 10 years. In the time that I've lived in the neighborhood, as you all have spoken on things that have occurred, those same things was occurring back then too when I was here. But something that brought me back to this neighborhood when I came back to this neighborhood was the memories that I grew up off of. The neighbors that I grew up off of. The friends that I grew up off of, and we still know each other to this day. They still live in the community. Their families still living in the community. They might per se don't live here, but their mothers, their fathers, and so on live here. We used to have a lot of activities in the community. Like I remember at one point in time we used to have like local neighborhood live. They used to do like a go-go band. And they used to throw like little events down here at the town hall, that open space down there. And a lot of people came out to those things because this was a community. It was something that was brought from Fairmount Heights to the people, to the community. I like to see that. Even though I don't live in the neighborhood no more, this is still my home base. This is still where I'm from. So maybe that can be something that's thrown into after, just to keep the community going. To give the youth something to come back to. You know what I mean? My peers, youth, their kids that have grown up that Martinez, his kids growing up in Jeremiah. So that's just my opinion. Giving more back to the community.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, she a citizen. I won't call her councilwoman.
Yes, I'm a citizen today. I can relate to everything that's being said. I'm happy to see all that's being done. This is a community where we were connected to everything. Everything bloomed around here from the town of Fairmount Heights. I don't care if you lived in Chapel Oaks, you said Fairmount Heights. Chapel Oaks, Cedar Heights, Booker T. Homes, everything was under our umbrella. So if we could do it way back then and didn't have cell phones and didn't have anything but the menial weapons that we needed to get to where we are as black people, we can do it now. It's not a color thing, it's a people thing. And we need to embrace heart to heart. Unity has always been in this community. If I had an egg, you had flour, somebody else had a stick of butter, we made a cake. So it can still happen today. If we don't look out for one another, this is going to become extinct. It's not a political thing. That comes on the back burner. At the door, we are people trying to survive. We will have Fairmount Heights Day today. I'm glad she brought it up. This year, I intend to really make it blow up. And as many that want to leave their name, that want to work with it, it'll be the second Saturday in May. I intend to have a go-go band, car shows, horses, clowns, any and everything that I can get to come, I'm going to bring it back like when I was a little girl. I am now 72. I still like to turn up. If we can get Sugar Bear or what's his name? He's Chuck Brown's.
It's Secret Society of
Music-wise, whoever turn up, we want it. Okay, now that'll work. Can't all of them. Bring them all. I mean, and we have unity. Put it back up on the field where the kids can skate. Bring your big wheels. Okay, the big wheels. And just really have a good time, like back in the day.
Yes, back in the day we used to have we shut off
That's it. Yeah, so we can go back to that. We can start on the field and have, instead of just a Fairmount Heights Day, we can have a community day as well. And bring unity back, because the noise is what brings the people out. A lot of these people never got further than 8th and H. That was downtown. I grew up with a lot of them. They didn't know what F Street was. And now you go downtown, it's like New York. You gotta bring the people out. Give them something that they wanna see. Bring unity back to the community.
I want to say one thing. Yeah, but Martez gonna get you a paper tag. Too much hand sanitizer. It came out fast.
Hello everyone, I'm Andrea Syfax. I'm Sylvia's daughter, and I just wanted to say, in terms of how great this town is, I don't live in the town, but I feel like I grew up here, and I did because my grandparents were here and my mother, but I also have a nonprofit, and we ran a treatment center for 25 years, located on the Maryland-DC line. We had folks from all over come. We were honored by the White House, and
I will say this is a wonderful place to have a business, and if you make it business friendly, we can even get more businesses here. But it's a wonderful place to have a business, and even though we're right on the front line on Eastern Avenue, very few incidents over the years, even though we work with a very high-risk population, everyone respected the community and the businesses there, and it is a wonderful place to have a business, and we are a federal hub zone. And so that's just something that I think should be used more for to bring money and vibrancy to the town. So that's another wonderful thing about this town. So that's all I want to say.
Anyone else want to speak? Yeah.
Somewhere around here there's a that I left. You're right here. As a former resident, I don't live here now either.
It's fine. Can't hear you.
Can't hear me? Is it?
You're mad.
Well, I had dental work, so that's why.
Miss Man said, look, y'all ain't gonna see me like that.
So that's why I was keeping the mask on. Can you hear me any better?
Yeah.
One of the things that I like that you all said, and I had something to give away to you all, having worked with the town, lived in the town, worked in the office in the town, I love this neighborhood. That's the reason I come back. That's the reason I give back. That's the reason I'm here today. Because like you, I like seeing changes. So with that being said, this is not my book, but I need one person who can tell me who is Kamala Harris's husband. What is his name? Does anyone know what Kamala Harris's husband's name is?
Doug
Not second gentleman. That's good.
Doug Imhoff or something. Yeah.
Not second gentleman, but that's good. Does anyone know?
Yes, Doug.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who said it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a little.
All right. Yeah.
I like that book. I like that book.
Yeah,
that's a good book.
Let me get the next one then.
I have a book, but that's not my book. Since you're talking about change, who can tell me who was the first mayor of Fairmount Heights?
Oh, come on.
Oh, man.
Can you restate another question, please?
What year?
She said the first. The first period.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay, let's make life easy.
A little easy.
Okay, I'm gonna make life easy. Let's see, this is gonna be an easy one for you to answer. What is the name of the library that's in this town?
Fairmount Heights Library.
Fairmount
Heights Library.
Okay, she gets a book.
Well, technically, it's the Fairmount Heights Memorial Library, but you get a
Look, you don't say anything at all. She get a book. Who can tell me the address for the old town hall here in Fairmount Heights?
713? It's
Okay, what did you say?
713? It's right here.
713?
713.
60th
place.
60th place is good enough.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, honey. Now, why did I do that? I did that because you want to see change, and I'm getting out of here, but I'm going to give everyone a card if I can find it. Somewhere I have cards like those, and you're just going to take that card and read it and see how you can help the change in the community.
We got some.
Anytime I'm able to be here to help and assist, I help with the census, I help for a short amount of time as the clerk to the council. I've helped with being the town manager. I've helped with working in the police department. And you all helped me when my son was involved in a car accident, and that's how I ended up here, so that I could be home close to him because he was paralyzed. So I want to thank you, the citizens, for being here today, and thank you, the citizens, for allowing me to continuously be a part of this community.
Do you need this back in the book?
Oh, no, that's his, whatever you put in there.
Okay.
All right, no one else has anything to speak on?
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
You don't mind?
At this time, we're gonna have a gift giveaway.
Oh. Yeah, we gotta pass those out. I thought we already was gonna do that already. Yeah, go ahead, I got you.
I smell that too.
Yeah, really stop it.
Huh? How stop it? No. No, that's pause. I'll be back. We back on.
All right, back live.
Yeah, we back live.
All right, the first three numbers.
Last three.
Last three. It didn't matter. Don't rush me. Sorry, people. All right, 176. The last three.
176.
All right, 176. All right, you can give it to.
Thank you. No problem. Thank you.
So look, hold on. So she got to come up and she got to say what she got.
All right, come on and say what you got.
Now, if this don't pertain to you, you can give it to someone else it does pertain to.
Oh, it's one of those challenges.
Yeah.
All right.
So I can't do it till somebody else wins, though, right? I got this sign that says please.
Yeah.
Y'all need this in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Please slow
I know
down.
somebody stopped me. You need it. That's nice.
Yeah.
I will pass this one to somebody.
Okay. All right. She gonna be a good Samaritan.
Yeah. Look, if you live on that street, oh, that'll work. Watch the hate. Oh, God bless
That's why you ain't winning.
Thank you.
All right, the next three numbers.
Tiffany, we could use some steak for the campaign.
All right, the last three. 189. 189. Miss Safat.
Miss Safat.
All right.
You got a sign too.
All right, what does her sign say? Let me see your sign.
Come on, Miss Safat. Let me see what you got.
Please slow down.
And look, Miss Safax live at the beginning of 60th Place, coming off of Eastern Avenue. She's the right person for it.
That's right. And you right, a speed bump with really stop.
The block is off.
Yes. And then even the people that are running from the police, now it doesn't happen that much. The ones that try to hop over from the east side, that would slow them if they. I just go on that.
Okay. Let me get right here, Tiffany. Excuse me.
All right, the next number. You're in the next.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Brandon.
Let her help you, Brandon.
I know.
Nobody, no. I think this is rigged.
Yeah, y'all ain't shake them up.
We did.
Yeah, just shake them up.
It's in the bag.
Shake it hard. As the song says, shake it. Show me what you working with.
Okay, honey.
No, that's
Last
all
three.
The next number for the last three is 187.
All right.
I've been on her for all the
All right.
I could put them everywhere. They can go everywhere by the monument where they come. Nobody stops them.
Put them everywhere.
They don't.
Yeah, she'll put it in her yard. Okay, good.
Thank you, Miss Spain.
You're welcome.
The next numbers are 172.
Going once. Going twice.
All right, she got one right here. Here we go. Got a winner.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Have a great day.
All right. All right, we got another slow down, please. Please slow down. All right. Yeah.
All right, was that was three?
Yep. That was. All right. Yeah. So now,
You want to do the ones, maybe people who have children?
You're right.
Okay.
This one is for the youth. Yes, the youth.
So how did y'all do that for the youth? How did you separate them?
So people who have children, we just give them if they do.
Okay.
What be the question for the kids?
Okay. Nah, hey. Y'all want to go ahead?
Okay, the question for the trivia is, why was Emmett Till killed?
Because he supposedly whistled at a white woman.
All right.
She lied. She's a liar. She's still alive. She lied.
Yes, she did confess a couple years later.
She confessed.
Do you have any children?
Yeah. How many more we got left? One more left.
Who was the first black lady that sat on the bus?
There you go, right there. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Here we go. We got. Look.
You gonna go answer it? Go ahead. Give him the mic.
You gotta turn around. You gotta turn around. All right.
What was the question again?
What was the question again?
Who was the first black sat on the bus?
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me a little bit about Rosa Parks?
Y'all done put the man on the spot. Who was the first? There you go. All right now. Thank you, young man. There you go. Okay. So now, you got one more left?
No, that was
That's it? All right, so now. So, all right. Shake them up, shake them up, shake them up. Uh-oh.
You got one, Sean?
Okay. The numbers are 962.
All right, there we go.
Run!
Come on.
Come on. Come on up, lucky winner.
So excited.
Who we give it to? Oh. You can actually show your gift in front of everyone.
Okay, so.
So you got something.
Okay. All right. All right, so for the ones that can't see, this is a security camera.
Security camera. Right, yeah.
It goes on the outside of your home. It's Wi-Fi. It goes to your cell phone. It has a motion detector on it. And this is just one of the prizes that we want to give away. It's a security camera. On the outside of your home. Yeah.
That was a nice gift right there.
And just hold on real quick. All right, Brian.
Okay, the next numbers are 961.
Going once.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. We gotta go to the next.
Next.
They call it the same household. They call it the same household. Yeah, get another one.
Okay. 963.
Hey! Come on. All right. Miss Obama. All right. So,
you can show your gift.
Gift too, if you don't mind. Is my number in there? That's it. There's only last two. That's it. That's a ring camera. Ring camera. Right.
We need it on our block.
Yeah. So
they tend to drive up our street the wrong way.
So the reason why I had them stay up here with these last two gifts right here. These two gifts right here are very important to our community. For the folks that don't know, in the last 3 years, we had several crimes in our community, especially murders. Okay, we had 2 murders that was captured in our town by a ring camera. One was a transgender woman. The other woman was shot and set on fire. Actually. So if it had not been for the residents that had a Ring camera on their home, they would not capture the people that did these crimes. So the Citizens Association, what we're trying to do going forward into this summer is get with these manufacturers right here to try to get these security cameras brought into our community to help our citizens out to secure our community. So that's the reason why we had these two participants stay up here. We want to say thank y'all. I hope they go to good use. Yeah. All right, y'all.
Yep.
Yeah. They give them to you.
Tina always say they getting grants to do certain things, and you know, sometimes they good things and sometimes they things are just talked about. So what we decided to do was we'd go ahead and try to do that ourselves. Yeah, because you know, talk is talk.
Because next door is very powerful and like people post, post pictures and that way when people go to this community, that community.
Yeah. The town can actually do a whole lot. They can do a whole lot of getting those kind of grants and bringing it here. They can actually do what we're planning on doing is calling a ring themselves to try to get these rings at a discounted rate for their customers. They can actually do that. You know, but they just haven't put forth the effort to doing it. I guess they got too much other stuff going on.
Molly, that's it?
That's it.
All right,
Thank
Brandon.
y'all.
Close it out.
Thank you so much for coming.
And take this cleaning stuff too. Some of them leak.